And marine snow sounds kind of lovely, right? It's like alpine snow, sure, I'm up for that. But marine snow is just dead fish parts raining down on the deep sea, so, you know, prefer not to have that for lunch, but to each his own. So there's not a lot of food. And that means that there's not a lot of creatures per cubic mile of ocean. And it's hard enough, even in our super-populated world, to find someone to share your love with. But think about if there's only like one other person every cubic mile, what are you gonna do? And then you meet them and you're like, yeah, no, not really. The deep-sea anglerfish cannot be so picky. They've solved this problem in a remarkable way. When a male anglerfish is born, he's totally useless. He is completely incapable of surviving on his own, and the only thing he can do is sniff with his nose, and swim with his tail, and bite with his mouth, and ejaculate with his testicles. That's the whole thing. Now, his goal in life, since he cannot survive on his own, is to find a female anglerfish. And if he does find her, he bites her. Which is cool, you know, whatever's, you know, floats your boat. But what's not cool is that there's an enzyme in her flesh that dissolves his lips. And then their circulatory systems fuse together until her heart feeds his body, his organs senesce into her. And then he becomes basically just a pair of nuts sticking off of her side. And then, when she needs him finally, when it's that time, she releases her eggs into the ocean, releases a hormone into her bloodstream, he ejaculates into the water, the eggs are fertilized, and the entire struggle begins anew for the next generation. And I thought that story was so beautiful that I had to write a song about it. Sorry, that took a lot out of me. Yes, it's true that I once went through life as a guy who always had to rhyme life with strife. Yes, I've been burned and I've been spurned, and through it all, my friends, I've learned that love is not about whether you get stabbed, it's how slow the knife gets turned. But my friends, I found an animal who doesn't feel this pain. My life is so much better now that I can feel this pain. You can't even now that you live without life. You can't even wish if you never really wish. You can't feel alone if it's all you've ever done. If the deep-sea anglerfish has no reasons and you have to let it happen, then I don't know what else to need. The deep-sea dwelling anglerfish never has to find a mate. They are always there together when it's time to procreate. Wondered by the young bites a female on her side, and slowly he becomes a sperm-producing parasite. And if we can say he lives it all, he lives until she dies, and until the day he literally never leaves her side. Oh, you can't eat the night if you live your life without light. You can't eat the dish if you've only ever eaten fish. And you can't feel alone if it's all you never know. Yeah, the deep-sea anglerfish has no reason to be happy, but it has to get you. What else to be? This rule has kept me out of hopeless despair. You simply do not feel what is always there. I ask my brain to entertain. The pain is the same. That if I feel it all the time, can you really call it pain? I don't have any friends, and I don't have any hair, but neither does the anglerfish, and she doesn't care. Well, you can't eat the night, feel a different life without light. You can't eat the dish if you only ever eat fish, and you can't feel alone